So for routing, going back to the home health scenario, obviously you got a list of patients to go through. The obvious benefit of that is
Optimizing your day.
Yep, you don't have to think about I got to go here first and go there first.
We call it windshield time. The less windshield time, the better.
And if you take it a step further, you could actually use and customize something like this to actually generate your schedule. So you have a list of people that you have to visit within the week. You're just saying, okay, let me pick this first and let me optimize it. Put those names in there, press a button. It'll say, okay, you do this first, then you do this next, and you do this tomorrow. It just eases everything as far as our operations are concerned.
So there's simple routing like John showed you that's downloadable. John and I actually worked on a routing optimization application that took into account the appointment times. So some appointments are 2 hours, some are 1 hour, some are half an hour. We actually calculated that within the optimization of the route so that during a day you could have a mix of appointments and it would calculate based on the route and the location and the appointment time, making sure that you could have the exact number of appointments that you needed. And so that's happening today.
QR codes. This is a curious topic because we were specifically asked to talk about this. Back in 2001 or 2002, when we developed that application for the work orders for this client, one of the requests that they had me do was, hey, can I take this camera and make you take a picture of the barcode? That way I know what the barcode is and I could do all sorts of stuff with it. Well, so I'm like, okay, sure, we could do that. But then we ran into a problem. Some of the barcodes were very thin. The camera wasn't sharp enough to do it. So that idea, although it was novel and good, didn't actually take off. So now that the iPhone and the Androids are here, that idea obviously, my client wasn't the first one to have thought of it. A lot of people have thought about wouldn't it be great if I could just scan a barcode in and it'll know what to do? Mm-hmm. So what they came up with was a standard for a barcode that was fit for the Android cameras and the iPhone cameras to understand easily. So it came up with a QR code. These are the little boxes right there that you see in the ads right now in a lot of magazines and a lot of newspapers. You see them in websites and in business cards. The way this works is you take your phone camera, you download a QR reader application, which are all of them are free, and then you take a picture, and depending on what that QR code is, it either brings you to a web page of a coupon site, or it brings you to a web page of a resume, or it makes your device do what the author of the QR code intended to do.
So ways that you could use this in your business, if you want to have a coupon, you can have somebody scan it. They can actually scan the barcode, and then they can just bring their device in and show you that. So you're saving paper. If you have a barcode on your website, you could put that on there. Your QR code, I shouldn't say barcode. Your QR code on your website, you can actually just point your camera right at it, your phone, take a picture of it, it'll read it, and you can actually go off to the store and get the discount. So photos and videos, we just came up with this idea. Again, we're going back to the home decorator. But it's hard to lug around all your samples, and you want to show your work. That how you create is what you're providing. That's the service that you're providing. And so if you were to meet with somebody, having that vision of how you can create a room, there's a lot that goes into it. I personally wouldn't know, but there's a lot that goes into it. And if you're working with a client and you want to show them things, maybe you don't have them all with you, you can bring a photo catalog, you could show video, and you'd have it right there on your device with you, enabling you to actually hopefully close the sale and find out what your client needs, or lessen the time for a decision, because sometimes they just don't know. But if they can visualize it, then they can see it and they say, that's what I want. Inventory management. So again, the barcode, could be the symbol devices, it could be your phone, but every major retailer out there is using barcode scanning. So I'm sure you've been in any grocery store or large retailer and you see them scanning the shelves. They're doing their inventory. The days of manual inventory are reducing because they can actually use the automated process. When the product comes in at the loading dock, they can scan the pallet. Everything will be updated on the inventory system. They can unpack it, put it on the shelves, and away they're going.
this particular example probably goes without saying, but the reason why we brought it up here is because with the advent of the newer phones, the entry point to be able to do these types of things have gone drastically lower. Before you had to spend a lot of money in order to do this. Now it's actually very affordable for
several
small businesses to do it.
$100,000 to invest on systems like that back in the day. Okay,
Speaking of
investment.
invest.
Nice segue. Okay, so the question then becomes, what is my investment? Okay, so what we've shown you are applications that you can download, and I think the next slide actually has the app stores on it. Those are free, minimal cost applications, and they're usually single use. That's something to keep in mind. So if you want the time tracking, you have it over here. If you want the mileage, you have it over here. If you want the business card scanner, it's over here. They're not integrated, and that's something to keep in mind. They're free. I think it's great when you need something quick, you've got an issue and you want it resolved. They're beautiful products. I highly recommend them. If you're looking for something or your business is growing and you need to be able to integrate these concepts, you're going to look at something that's a little more customized maybe. In terms of device, we showed the 0 to 5,000 here. You can get devices that are free, but the options that come on those devices are going to vary. So you may not get a phone, or you may not get a camera on the phone. You may have an MP3 player versus something that you can listen to iTunes on.
The iPhone 3G, by the way, the 3G and 3GS, they will be offered for free now with a plan. Now that the iPhone 4GS has come out.
I know.
So
Doesn't it make you crazy? All that money back then. So your device, obviously, anywhere from 0 to around 5,000 if you're looking for a mobile device. And in the 5,000 range, you're looking at ruggedized tablets, ruggedized handheld symbol devices for scanning. Data services. Again, this is a varying item as well. You can get them as low as $15 a month, all the way up to $300, and you're talking more of an enterprise business plan where you're not really going to get that free data use, but you're going to get varying degrees of it. They'll give you more bandwidth, more speed.
Right, and then there's a lot of talk about a lot of commercials about unlimited data plans. In reality, if you read the fine print, there's no such thing. Unlimited really means we're capping it at a rate that we can't possibly conceive you reaching. Right. But it can still be reached. Believe me, I have friends in the fellow programmers who download lots of stuff on their unlimited plan, and they do get capped and they do get charged extra for.
Correct. Absolutely. Yes, there's always someone out there. So it's good if you're going to know you're going to want to watch a movie or something, using the example of the airplane, download it beforehand. Downloading while you're at home, use your Wi-Fi, or if you can go to a coffee shop and find free Wi-Fi, we recommend using it.
Last thing you want is to get a bill from the phone company saying that your worker has exceeded their data limit, and you get $200 in extra charges.
Yeah, those aren't
don't
fun.
Ever want to see that.
The applications, again, free to sky's the limit. Free, we showed you some of the free ones. We showed you one that was $5.99. We showed you one that was a trial for 30 days, and then there's a plan probably behind it. To sky's the limit, that's when you're getting into customized applications, and then you're probably paying for the build of the application itself. Yes. So off-the-shelf applications, there's some pro and cons. Obviously, minimal investment, that's the best. I always say if you're starting off and you're kind of in that growth mode and you just need the quick and dirty, absolutely use the applications. That's what they're there for. That's what they're built for. I think they're a great way to help you out in your business and make things easier on you. The pros also with those, the updates come with them. The cons, though, are what you see is what you get. They're very single focused. The functionality isn't, expanding. And I would say more often than not, they will not integrate with anything. So we talked about the credit card processing. You can print a receipt, but it doesn't go back into your accounting system. That's the integration piece that isn't available on it. So you're getting the first part of it, the little aspect of it, but you're not getting the full package. So that's what you need to take into consideration. But again, great way to start.
Typically, most of these off-the-shelf applications, especially from the app stores, the way you get it to communicate to your other systems is it emails you whatever output it has. So your mileage logger, your time tracker. It emails you your timesheet, and then you have to do whatever you have to do with it.
So here's the marketplace. There's the Android marketplace. There's the Apple App Store, and then the Amazon App Store.
A bit of trivia for the for all of you guys. So when you go to the Amazon App Store for Android, when you sign up, they actually have something called the free paid app for the day. So every day they have one paid app that you could download for free. So a $5 app will be featured as the free app of the day. So the first time I got my Android device, I switched from the iPhone. I found out about it. I'm like, whoa! I could get these. I could get Angry Birds for free, the premium version. So every day, it's habit forming. You go there and you see what's available for free, and you just download it. Yeah. So it's a good thing to.
They actually give ratings and reviews, and you can actually see the features that are available. So I think there was a question earlier if you could get timesheet and expense together. You can look. There's searches. You just put in the keyword search, and it'll pull up the applications that are in line with what you're looking for. Okay, so line of business. So now, let's say you've gotten past startup mode. You've had your single applications that you've been utilizing, but you're outgrowing it, which is obviously a great thing. But you need to kind of go to that next level. Well, then there's buy versus build. John and I mentioned that there are applications for download, but the price is going to go exponentially up with the features. So you can buy a package, but when you do that, there's something to think about. Your business will work around whatever package you're buying, okay? Because that package, again, it's packaged. It's going to give you features 1 through 10, and you're going to use features 1 through 10 how it designed it. So if it says you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order, that's what you're going to be doing. They're great. They're quick. If you need a solution and you're ready to implement it, you can find what you need, download it, and you're ready to go. Usually has licensing fees involved with it, so you may pay a monthly fixed cost with licensing.
Sometimes it's for the whole organization. Sometimes it's per user.
Right. And it's usually built to communicate with your accounting packages.